Hey YouTube fans, it's me, the Story Man, and welcome back to my latest video. Today I'm reading a story which I made from Chat GPT, which I call When the Stars Fell. So remember folks, like my video, subscribe to my channel, and please leave a comment down in the comment section below. Remember, the story is made by Chat GPT, but the voice acting, dramatic flair, what else? Storytelling, narration, and ad-libbing were done by a real human being, which I call myself, the Story Man. Okay? And oh boy, today is a sunny day and it's the last day of July for us here in the Philippines. Tomorrow will be August, a new month. Let's see how this will be good. And hope the sunny days will still be remaining as it's sunny now today. Let's see. Let's begin the story. On the night the stars fell, no one screamed. They simply watched. One by one, tiny lights detached from the heavens like glowing raindrops, drifting silently toward the earth. They did not burn. Did not explode. They floated, faded, and vanished the instant they touched the ground. By sunrise, the sky was empty. No stars, no constellations, only a vast black ceiling stretching endlessly above the world. At first, people mourned the beauty they had lost. Then the disasters began. Without the stars, the tides became wild. Fair point though. The stars were used as ways to guide us through the night. Without them, it's blind as dark as sin out there. Oh boy. That could be dangerous, and that's scary. Seasons drifted into chaos. Strange storms appeared from cloudless skies. Forests withered overnight while deserts bloomed with impossible flowers. Some good came out of this, but I don't know if that's good or not. Flowers blooming in the desert, that would be beautiful, but I don't know if that'd be natural. I don't know. Ancient machines buried beneath mountains awakened, humming with unstable energy. The elders remembered an old legend. The stars are not ornaments. They are the anchors that keep the world together. I can imagine they're the ones that kept our sky beautiful, but they're also important. The stars are just as vast and also beautiful. And now, every anchor was gone. I can imagine how scary that is, no stars. Just a pitch black. God, I can't imagine how scary that would be. Among the frightened clouds lived a 14-year-old boy named Chris. He wasn't the strongest, he wasn't the smartest student, he wasn't chosen by prophecy. He was simply curious. Yes, every time I find out every hero just curious or full of interest and intrigue. While everyone searched the skies for answers, Chris searched the places where the stars had disappeared. Most believed the fallen stars had dissolved. Chris noticed something different. Every place where a star had vanished contained tiny circles of silver dust. I thought they'd be called stardust, but silver is kind of a nice thing. A silver dust, stardust. I wonder how beautiful they are. It was almost invisible. Almost. He collected handfuls of it in an old glass bottle. I can imagine collecting silver dust in a bottle. It'd be kind of pretty. Like those when the alchemists used it. People laugh. You can't fix the sky with dirt. But Chris kept collecting. I wonder if that's possible. We said about possible things, but let's see how this works. Days became weeks. The world grew worse. Mountains cracked. Rivers overflowed. Overflowing like flooding. God, even worse than global warming had caused. Rivers flowed uphill. The animals wandered in frightened circles as if they had forgotten where home was. One afternoon, while examining the silver dust beneath a cracked magnifying lens, Chris noticed the particles moving. I can imagine how beautiful they are, like tiny stardust, tiny light moving. Not randomly, they arranged themselves into tiny patterns. Maps. The dust wasn't dead. It was. It remembered where it belonged. That discovery changed everything. I wonder if we could actually catch stars. They're giant balls of gas, but hot as the sun. I can imagine how hot they were. I can imagine making the stars again. And when that's how the gods did it. Through artistry. Let's see. Chris built a machine from abandoned windmill gears, broken clocks, fishing wire, mirrors, and old copper pipes scavenged from ruined factories. It looked ridiculous. I can imagine how weird it is. I wonder what kind of machines made that. It looked kind of silly. The villagers called it the scrap tower. They expected it to collapse. Made from that, I can imagine it would. Instead, when sunlight passed through the mirrors, the silver dust rose into the air like glowing smoke. I can imagine how beautiful that is. Smoke glowing like glitter and stardust flying out. I wish I could see that, but I guess that's not possible. For one brief second, a tiny star appeared. It floated above the tower. It shimmered, then popped out of existence. The experiment had failed. Well, but not completely. Chris had proven one thing. Stars could return. Could. This simply needed enough energy to stay. I can imagine how hard it is to make something with just on scrap parts. That would be a miracle. Finding that energy seemed impossible, until luck arrived wearing muddy boots. A traveling shepherd wandered into the village, carrying a strange crystal he found inside a cave after an earthquake. I can imagine very popular crystals buried in the dirt. I can imagine how beautiful they are. How crisp they are. The crystal pulsed whenever it came close to Chris' silver dust. No one knew why. Most people ignored. Chris didn't. Now that is something to discover and behold. He traded every coin he owned and even his favorite compass for the crystal. When he placed it inside the scrap tower, the machine roared to life. Silver dust spiraled upward. The mirrors reflected beams across one another. The copper pipes rang like giant tuning forks. A star was born. This one didn't disappear. Imagine creating a star. How beautiful that is. It floated above the village all night, the first star in weeks. People cheered, but Chris frowned. One star was enough. Millions had fallen. Oh boy. How in the heck can he make trillions upon trillions of that just to fix the sky? The world only has days left. How can he pull this off? Cracks spread across the sky itself, revealing swirling darkness beyond. If the sky shattered completely, everything below would fall into the endless void. Chris worked without sleep. He realized the scrap tower could never restore every star alone, so he changed the problem. Instead of building one enormous machine, he designed thousands of tiny ones. He drew instructions on scraps of paper. I can imagine how hard it is. That requires an impossible feat. Children built them. Blacksmiths forged gears. Carpenters carved wooden frames. Farmers donated mirrors from old greenhouses. Even those who had mocked him joined the work. This is hands-on. The world needs to cooperate. Everyone. Let's see if they can pull off a miracle. Even entire cities became workshops. Soon towers stood across mountains, deserts, forests, and islands. None were identical. Each builder improved design in small ways. Some used water wheels. Others used wind. Others captured lightning. Well, I think that's not impossible. Benjamin Franklin did that. Let's see how he did it. Let's see how they did it without that. Chris smiled. Creativity had become stronger than perfection. That's what they do. No invention is the same. It's based on creativity and ingenuity. When the final tower was ready, everyone waited. At sunset, Chris climbed the first scrap tower. His hands trembled like this. How hard that is to be climbing it. If this doesn't work, that's what he said. That's what he's thinking about. No one answered. He pulled the lever. Across the world, thousands of levers moved. Mirrors flashed. Crystals glowed. Silver dust rose like shimmering rivers into the heavens. For a long moment, nothing happened. Silent. Then, a single point of light appeared. Another. Then another. The sky slowly filled, not with the old stars, but with new ones. Ooh. Each unique, each brighter than before. The cracks sealed themselves. The storms faded. The mountains grew still. The rivers calmed. The world breathed again in relief. The world was saved! The world was fixed thanks to Chris's ingenuity, determination, and little luck. And of course, with the help of a lot of his allies. That definitely helped. Many hands make light work. Years later, scholars argued endlessly about how Chris had saved everything. Some insisted it was science, others claimed it was ancient magic. But then again, magic is what we call science we don't understand. Many believe fate had chosen him. Chris disagreed. It wasn't just one thing, he told anyone who asked. It took determination to keep going when everyone laughed. It took ingenuity to solve problems no one understood. It took creativity to imagine a different answer. And it took a little luck. Sometimes you need a little luck to help you out, just a bit. He smiled, remembering the shepherd and the strange crystal. Because sometimes the universe gives you one small chance, just one. Imagine something the universe can help you out, just a bit. You still have to decide what to do with it. Now that's hard. It's up to us. We have each chance. The universe can give us just one chance to fix our lives. But that depends on how much the universe will want to help us. Hopefully it'll help us in the future to fix our problems in what's happening right now. Maybe. Even now, if you look carefully at the night sky, you'll notice something strange. No two stars shine exactly alike. Some sparkle softly. Some glow blue. Some flicker gold. People say it's because every new star carries a tiny piece of the person who helped build the towers. I can imagine that would be. And if one star shines just a little brighter than the rest, perhaps it's still thanking the curious boy who refused to believe that an empty sky was the end of the story. I can imagine that if we only could do that, if we could work together. And that's my story, and that's at the end of the video. This is the Starman signing out. Whew! I can imagine how we can build that. We build impossible things, so this wouldn't be impossible. So let's see if that will work. So thank you for watching my video. This is the last video of the month of July. So this is me signing out. Remember folks, like my video, subscribe to my channel, and please leave a comment down in the comment section below. Remember, hit that like button by liking the video down there. Subscribe to the channel by clicking the bell to get daily updates from me and notifications. Comment down in the comment section below, down there, on what you want me to read, what kind of story you want me to make, and I will make it. Any request you make it, and I'll give as much life as I can through Chat GPT and with my own voice acting. My own will. If you do all that, this thumb will go to the end with a thumbs up. Remember, like, comment, subscribe equals a thumbs up from me to you. Remember, like I said, the story is made by Chat GPT, but the voice acting, dramatic flair, storytelling, narration, and ad-libbing were all done by a real human being, which I call myself the Storyman, which is me. Thank you, and goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, bye.